Hey everybody. Well, today I thought we could take a look at this really cool K-9. So K-9, of course, was the robotic dog from Doctor Who, and I think he started to first show up around the Tom Baker years. And Tom Baker is actually the main Doctor Who that I ever watched. About the time that I discovered Doctor Who is when those episodes started showing up. And I just really loved K-9, of course, robots. But he was a really cool little prop on the show. And if you watch the behind the scenes, extras on the Blu-rays, it's pretty interesting how they talk about K-9 and stuff like that. And I think they had 2 or 3 different versions of him. One was the fully robotic version, and one was just a shell in case they needed to carry him around. And then a lot of times he wouldn't work, so they'd have to pull him along on strings on the front, which is pretty funny. And then I think the director kind of had a certain dislike towards K-9, unfortunately, because I think he felt that he was more of a too easy to get out of a tight situation sort of thing. If the doctor was in trouble, K-9 could always do something to get him out of trouble, and it would kind of make it hard for them to write stories, to make them interesting. So anyway, this K-9 was produced by a company called Underground Toys, and I don't know if they're still around actually. And there was a very short run of these. They just did not make a whole lot of them. And now, if you want one of these, they're kind of expensive. I don't see them going for any less than about $250, between $250 $300. And that's a used one. That's not even one in the package. And this one was brand new when I bought it, and I cannot find the box. I don't know. I may have thrown the box out, which is a shame. But this guy here he's electronic. He's remote controlled. He's got sound effects. He's got a lot of cool features. His little ears, his little antenna ears, they turn. His little laser nose comes out, and he makes the sound effects. And he's got this little remote control right here. So you actually get a joystick controller, which I'm always glad when they provide those. And you can see there's buttons on here that have different, I'll get a closer view of this in better light. But there's actually different phrases that you can have him say. And it's pretty cool. I think this uses 2 AA batteries, and I think K-9 there uses about 4, as far as I can remember. All right, well, let me turn him on and run him around, and you can see what he looks like. All right, so I just want to show you a close-up of his remote. So here you can see all the different buttons that have the different sayings. So we have insufficient data master, affirmative master, negative master, scanning now, engaging pursuit mode. That is a very silly question. What is that? Interface established, computing now. I think he makes sound effects after that. Danger, danger master sounds reminiscent of the Lost in Space robot. And then you can extend and retract the blaster, and then there's a blaster sound effect. So it's pretty cool. All right, so before you turn them on, you actually have to take this panel here and you click it, and then it opens, and then you got the really cool interior, and it looks like, real stuff in there. It looks like it's real metal or whatever. It's really cool. So you can see all the detail that goes on in there. And then the little switch to turn him on is right down here. So we'll flip him to on, and he starts powering up.
This unit at 100% efficiency. This unit identified as K-9 Mark II.
Okay, so now he's ready to go. All right, so then we just put this back on, and it just clicks in. It's like one of those press and click type of things. All right, so let's get ready to run him around. All right, so I forgot to mention that you do have to turn the remote on. There's a switch back here. Okay, so now he's ready to go. You'll notice the buttons on his back are lit, and you can see that his eyes are lit too. All right, so we'll go forward and turn. I have to have limited room here. And notice how his ears are, see how cool that? His ears are actually moving every time you turn him. Okay. All right, let me have him do a few sayings here.
Insufficient data, master. Negative, master. Engaging pursuit mode. I'm Lord Physiognomy Detective. You are the Doctor, master.
Whoa, I don't think I remember him doing that. Okay, let me get him back on the mat here. That was very interesting. I don't know what I pushed when I did that. I might have pushed, was it interface? I don't know. Let me try that again. Let me do interface.
Interface established. Computing now.
Okay. I think this one's got two different things. Oh, I think the middle one's got three. Okay, let me do this other one.
Danger. Danger, master.
Okay, and then here's another one.
That is a very silly question.
Okay, so yeah, this button here has three different things. I forgot about that. This has got two, this has got two, and that's got two. So I missed some of these. Okay, so let's start from the beginning and make sure I catch all of these. So here's the first one.
Insufficient data, master.
And then we'll push the second one.
Affirmative, master.
And then we'll do it again.
Negative, master.
Okay, and then the third button's got three different things.
Scanning now.
Oh, that's cool. His ears move. And then this is the second one for the third button.
Engaging pursuit mode.
And then the third one.
That is a very silly question.
Okay, and then we're on to the fourth one that has two different functions.
Interface established. Computing now.
Okay, and then this is the second one.
Danger. Danger, master.
Okay, and then watch his nose. You'll be able to see his laser come out. See right there? And then you can actually have him fire it. And then when you push it again, it retracts. That is really cool. I forgot how cool this was. And then he's a little bit noisy for his motors. He spins around pretty good. I should mention that they actually used John Leeson's actual voice. He's the one that did the voice of K-9. And so it's kind of cool that they have his voice in there. And I don't know if he recorded the line specifically for this or if they just lifted him off of episodes. So I don't know what he did there for a minute when he went kind of wild there. I pushed this third button and I think something went off on there. Let me see.
Engaging pursuit mode. That is a very silly question.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Insufficient data, master. Affirmative, master. Negative, master. Interface established. Computing now. Danger. Danger, master.
All right, well, that was all of them. I don't know what happened. I think he just got his circuits crossed there for a second. That's pretty cool. All right, let me get some close-ups of him. Okay, so I was going to use a light on him, but I think he actually looks better without it because now you can really see his little lights in front of his face here. Now, I do wish this thing came out. That would be really cool. If you'll recall, he had that little scope that came out, and that would be neat, but it doesn't come out. There's his little ears. And then here is his buttons. They don't say anything, but they look really cool. They got this blue glow in there. And then those don't light up. The screen on the other side here, let me see if I can turn him. That doesn't light up or do anything. I don't know. Did they ever use that on the show? I can't remember. I think they used it once and that was it or something. There's his little scarf that he wore around his neck. And he even has his little dog tag on there, which, does it say anything? No, it doesn't say anything. I thought it did. All right, so let me do some of these sound effects. Let's see, which one was it that he did his little ears?
Scanning now.
There it goes. And then I'll show you his laser nose here. So you can see it comes out just like that. It's just kind of a tube. Kind of surprised that they would actually have that in there. It would be kind of fragile. And then here's the firing. And then the retract. That is so cool. I absolutely love that feature. Yeah, this is a really neat K-9. It's probably one of the best I've ever seen. In case you're wondering what the bottom looks like, he's got the two drive wheels right here. And then that's where the batteries go. Maybe he uses 6 AA's, I can't remember. And then this is just a track wheel. It's just loose. And that's what allows him to spin nice and easy. So yeah, it's pretty nicely done. Okay, so I have them back up here on this display now. So, you know, I still cannot figure out what happened when he said that line, maybe you guys can go back and rewind that section. I only caught where he says, you are the doctor, master, but I can't tell what he says before that. I've tried to re-listen to that segment and I just can't figure it out. So maybe you guys can figure it out, and if you can, please comment in the comments below. But I have never seen him do that before, and it's not listed anywhere on the remote for him to say that line. Whatever it is it must be an Easter egg. Maybe if you push the buttons in a certain way, he has different things that he says, and I never knew about that. There was nothing being said about it on here, and I don't think there was anything being said on the package either. But I think what happened is after he said negative master, which was this button, I pushed this one and it skipped the scanning mode and immediately went to engaging pursuit mode. And then I think I pressed it like 2 times immediately after that. I went back and watched that segment and I tried replicating it, but for the life of me, I cannot figure out how I did it. It was, it was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I wonder how many other things he's got that I don't even know about. So that just blew my mind. But anyway, so this is even cooler than I thought. It's been a while since I've turned this guy on and played around with him. But anyway, this is the Underground Toys version of K-9. Probably the best version of K-9 I've ever seen as far as any kind of replica, just because of his functionality. He's probably about maybe, I'd say, a fourth of the size of the real K-9. That's my guess. The K-9's a relatively large robot. He's kind of a big prop. And I wonder whatever happened to him. I'm sure somebody owns him. But anyway, though, man, that just blows my mind. I can't believe that. That whole thing just happened with that segment. But anyway, like I said, if you guys know what he says at the beginning of that, please comment, because I'd like to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a like and also subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'll see you on the next video. So thanks again, and have a good one.